Want to know what to expect over the next 1 to 3 days? Well, I'm here to tell you, my friend. Good bless one, everyone. I'm Aurea Eden, and this is Daily Predictions, your news before the news. Now, when I say good bless one means good, blessed, and wonderful. Okay, so the day's energy is going to be a mix of yesterday's energy with today's energy because yesterday I didn't get to tell you what to expect over the next 1 to 3 days or so. So I'm going to share this energy with you. And then I'm also going to share with you today's energy. And I'm going to try to do that as fast as I can, but as concise as I can. Now, when it comes down to um, yesterday and today, I want you to know that the moon is in Pisces. And when the moon is in Pisces, you may feel like you want to isolate. You may feel like something's wrong with you. Some of you um, may feel like there's a serious depressing issue. You may feel lazy, but I want you to know that you're not lazy, you're just tired. Okay, you're tired and you're being manipulated by the moon. Okay, there's no cause for concern here unless this is something that's been going on for years for you. Okay, now I say that because I wrote that poem. Remember, I wrote that poem, Escape to Allow Yourself to Heal. Then you will realize your dreams are real. Okay. All right. So you wake up in them, not just for thrill. All right. I'm talking to the Pisces energy there. All right. And for those who don't know what's going on and those who do not understand that sometimes we are affected by our environments and that we're affected by energy. That's why I do these daily energy videos because I came to the realization that, wait a minute, I wasn't really depressed, was I? Okay, maybe I was. I wasn't really depressed, like, was I? Like, there's got to be something else going on here. What it was is that I was unbalanced. And I was unbalanced because when energy came in, it knocked me off my go game because it's overwhelming, which is why I took off yesterday because I got 10 pages of notes. And can you imagine what I experienced in this 10 pages of notes? I use my intuition to get this stuff half the time, and I have to get downloads. And so imagine being overwhelmed with that much information when you're a vessel and you're a channel. Think about how computers freeze up when they get so much information at one time. All right. So oftentimes you will see me do that, but I want you to know that there's no cause for concern when it comes down to being out of whack for the last 2 days. All right. It's because the moon is in Pisces. You can read up on what that means on your own time. I'll probably share that with you later on down the line when I'm actually teaching. I'm not teaching yet, I'm just sharing. All right. But okay, so yesterday's energy was about spirituality. It was about taking some time to rest, relax. We were also, not only was the moon in Pisces, but we also had a last quarter moon. Okay, it was a last quarter moon in Pisces. Okay, I believe that was yesterday. And so what that means is a time now to let go and let God. Okay. It's a time now to release. It's a time now to where you will see a lot of subjects coming across about reduction, decreasing, decluttering, that letting go. All right. So this is on a personal front as well as a universal governmental front. Okay. This energy, it does not discriminate. And so there's going to be issues about pay cuts, things being seen as a failure. And just because it's looked at as a failure, that doesn't mean you failed at it. That just means sometimes it just wasn't for you. Or is a issue, a time for you to look at that thing and say, okay, I failed. Now let me see why I failed. Let me see what happened here that caused me to get this thing wrong. I do it all the time. I do it all the time. You'll see me. I'll go off and I'll take a couple of days off and I come back. I'm going to be totally different. Yeah, I'm like, what's wrong with her? Okay. Sometimes I'm just like, I get a re up, you see? And I say, okay, I see what I'm doing. I can tell you what I'm doing now. If I would do my meditations and I do my studies weeks ahead of time, I would be ahead of getting these daily energy videos out and I would not fall behind. Procrastination is your girl's problem. I know what my problem is. And when I know what my problem is, that means I can fix it. All right? You know what your problem is. And once you know what your problem is, you can fix it. Okay? So it's not woe is me. It's what can I do to fix it, you see? And you can do something to fix it. All right. So I'm also, so this is like, stick to it. Stick to it. Something's going to come out of this. I know it might look unimpressive. I know it might not look good right now, but that's because you're still in the crafting phase. You're still working on your art. You're still creating your art. First time you do it, it's going to look like it's a mess. It's going to look like it don't make sense. It's going to look like it don't all come together. But eventually you're going to have your aha moment. You're going to be like, oh, child, you mean to tell me all this time I've been wasting time because I was sitting up here doubting myself? And you mean to tell me all I had to do was just do it? All I had to do was just do it? Like you could do it, put your back into it. And then you start seeing results. You mean to tell me all this time I was worried about that? I was worried about them? Child, please. You got this, boo. All right. So stick to it, okay? Settlement energy coming in. So we'll hear more about settlements over the next few. We'll hear about leaks and falls. I did tell you that about, the news. We'll hear more about leaks and falls. A little like I'm seeing a lot about rivers. Okay, I'm picking up on a lot about rivers and faults. So there's going to be an earthquake. I know there's going to be a tsunami coming up here because I'm getting that energy. I don't know if it's already happened because I haven't checked, but I'm still picking up on tsunamis. And I'm also picking up on something going on about the rivers. I told you there was going to be bodies in water. There was bodies in water. It's a lot, but I'm going to talk less about that so I can get through this and I'll circle back another time. But sometimes people are going to feel weak, okay, based on what I'm seeing. Now, know this video is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a doctor. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an attorney, okay? I'm not that, okay? But what I am is someone who studies energy, okay? I study and I read energy. And so I'm telling you what the energy says. But if you know like I know, then you know, okay? All right, so low vibrational type issues coming in is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of abandonments, a lot of abandonments, a lot of things being considered to be lower and less than. You know what happens when that energy comes in, right? And this was yesterday's energy I'm reading to you now. I'm also getting, somebody, feeling withdrawing from, retiring from that type of things. We'll see stuff come up about cancellations, stuff like that. Now, I'm also getting something about passengers in vehicles as well. More specifically, unload vehicles is what I'm seeing. And although this has already happened, I'm going to tell you that in the energy now, it talks about trains and wrecks and stuff like that. But more specifically, I'm seeing somebody being pushed on the train track. Okay, like I know that something happened, and bless that family's hearts go out to that family that the baby was in the water. The other sibling was missing, and the two adults, I think, they were taken out of the world. And so I hope they found that little girl they were looking for. But I said that to say, and that was a train incident. So we'll see more train incidents coming up. But I specifically saw somebody being pushed on the tracks. Okay. Pushed on the tracks. All right. And so that's what I'm seeing here. Also, sinks and leaks. So this is a time to do maintenance, okay? Home maintenance, but also like leaks. I'm seeing leaks. I'm seeing a lot coming in about rivers. As I was saying, I see a lot coming in about rivers. I don't know specifically what is coming in, but I am specifically seeing rivers. I saw tsunami. I saw earthquake. Okay. Here. So because this energy is talking about abandonment, we're going to see more about like think babies and kids and even elderly people being abandoned, business being dissolved, that type of thing. Keep an eye out on chewy stock, okay? Because I don't know. It just keeps showing up in the energy. I know they're changing what is it, CFOs right now? They're changing hands, they're changing guards, but when it shows up in the energy, that means it's special, it's significant. There's something going to come out of that situation. So keep an eye out on that. Um so delivery vehicles coming in. This could also be a like one of those money trucks, because I'm seeing deposit and then I'm seeing delivery. So it could be like one of those delivery trucks or something, but I'm also picking up, it's slight energy, but it's energy in here nonetheless about robberies. So over the next 1 to 6 days, because this was yesterday's energy I'm reading, over the next 1 to 6 days or so, like if you drive those armed trucks, you want to make sure you are paying attention to your surroundings. You want to beef up your security, that type of thing. The last time I told you, back to back to back, beef up your security. What happened? Them prisoners escaped. Now I said it, beef up your security. I said it in multiple videos, multiple times when I was talking about the prison. Okay. Here, people are going to be released from jobs. Okay. I'm seeing release. But some people are going to quit their jobs. Okay. I see discharge. I see people being discharged from the military. This could be, and this happens every day, but I mean this to the extreme. This could be like someone higher up, like it said petty office. So I'm getting a lot of Navy energy coming in, a lot of Navy energy coming in, Navy energy, water, and sink. So, and then you remember I was telling you we're in that energy where ships capsize. So, I'm still picking up on that. So, um, yeah, that's what it's revving up to. Um, Watch out for slips and falls, especially if you own a business. You want to make sure you are doing what you need to do and putting your signs out, because if there's no sign out and there's a puddle on the ground and somebody walks in and they slip and fall, that's on you, boo. That's on you. So it's like you want to make sure you're monitoring your areas here, because I am seeing a lot of slips and falls. Okay. A lot of slips and falls. Okay. Um, okay. Recordings and television programs, new releases on that, music, new series coming out, that type of thing. But I feel like these series that come out, they're not just any type of series. I'm also picking up a lot of survey energy coming in, a lot of survey energy, gathering resources is I told you this energy, gathering resource images, No, gathering resources. I see a lot of gathering resources here over the next 1 to 3 days, or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, here. Um, but I'm also seeing somebody's being forced to do something. Like they're forcing somebody to do something. They're saying, you don't have a choice. I'm going to force you, in a sense, to do some. So it's kind of like some bullying energy. Like, I'm higher than you, you're lower than me. I'm gonna force you to do this. And if you don't do this, then this is what's going to happen. Okay, so that's kind of the story that we're getting. So we're gonna see people's choices being taken from them. All right, so a lot of questions are gonna be asked, um, and this is questions about accounting. This could be questions about integrity, so to speak, coming in. And so I'm also seeing something about like hanging again is coming in. I'm seeing fog and rain. But it's like, from what I was seeing, it didn't seem like it seemed like it was just a drizzle. Like, might be cloudy, but that was yesterday's energy anyways. Um but I am seeing falling and dropping, and I am seeing a little bit of dew here, so there could be a little bit of rain. Um, but also like something throat issues here. More so with like medicine, like cough medicine, stuff like that. It's in the energy, so there's something significant here. A lot of people might be having some sore throats and stuff like that. Allergy season, I don't know, but it could be um something coming in about a pair of earrings. um and this could be a pair of antique earrings at that, like antique earrings. Maybe some old earrings were discovered, or it's going to be discovered here, but I'm picking up on some antiques and history. So history is taking precedence in the energy over the next 1 to 6, 7, 8 days or so. Okay. Home maintenance, decluttering spaces, stuff like that. That's we're going to see being done. The energy we're picking up, what we're going to want to do for ourselves and home, like secret hiding places, like trap doors and stuff. And it's talking about a prisoner, and we know the scapees. I haven't seen if they caught anybody yet, but I'm getting a prisoner and a secret trap door, or you might find this prisoner at a trap house. Okay. uh but I'm seeing somebody's hanged, and I feel like it almost feels like somebody's like, no, I'm not going to speak that. I'm not going to speak that. But I see, like, like a prisoner or something, uh in the energy, and we know what that's about. But you are also faced with prisoners hanging themselves in the cell. Okay. Is what I'm getting. So be cautious of that, because I am seeing stuff like that going on here. Um so I'm also seeing pedestrian energy coming in. Um I'm seeing sluggish energy. Like I said, people might feel lazy. I'm also picking up on marches. Um People marching. I'm also picking up on police officers. So a lot of police officers in this energy over the next 1 to 3 days or so. So this is like, be on your mind your P's and Q's now. And make sure you're following the law of the land. Render unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Okay. Um, but that's what I'm seeing here. Um, Body, like I said, still bodies in water. I'm still seeing bodies in water. I don't know what this trend of is bodies in water, but I'm seeing bodies in waters. I'm seeing more about AI, artificial intelligence. Um, so much energy in this water. So that being said, that's what typically happens when tsunamis start to happen and when floods start to happen. So I'm still seeing that here. um it's kind of like hold back or dam up, so it could be something about a dam, like a dam, like like a beaver dam, something going on about a dam. It could be a crack in the dam. But I am picking up, I'm seeing a lot of water here. All right. People making fun of people too, and that's not nice. That's not nice, but it is what it is. Sometimes people will try to make fun of you and put you down. They'll try to pull you off your high horse so they can get on it and run off with your stuff in the sunset. That's what they do from time to time. But that's why it's so important to know who you are and what it is that you're capable of. Because once you know who you are and what it is you're capable of, then it don't matter what they got to say about you and what you do, boo. Because you are in tune, you are aligned, and okay. um Something coming in about Ireland. So this is like a Protestant church is giving me the energy of here. Someone being poked, stabbed, elbowed. I mean, this energy, I'm telling you, it's thick. um Defensive comments, uh concluding statements, uh noblemen, aristocrats. So we're seeing a lot of like noble rank, high office here coming in. So this is really things happening in favor of the higher ups, and it seems like the lower downs are continuing to get the brunt of the inf- getting the brunt of the blow, so to speak. I might have created a word, but we gonna go with it. So, anyways, I see giving orders being sent out. So that's what I was talking about earlier. That bullying, people pulling the rank, like yeah, okay. So alcohol is coming up. And actually, I'm getting a lot of names, okay? A lot of names. So I'm seeing alcohol, but I'm also seeing brandy. So let me tell you these names. I got Brandy, I got Rhonda, I got Bob, River. We might hear something about Joan Rivers. Um, Los Angeles is on my hot list. I think that's about it, but I'll tell you more later on if I see more. So we'll hear those names come up in the news over the next 1 or 3 days. Also, bear attacks or something coming in about a bear. Bears are in the energy. So, more specifically, bears maybe being associated with small villages or something like that. And also spirits, okay? Talk about spirits. All right. And this is like not just alcoholic drink, but spirits, So, okay, so peas, okay, peas, planting your peas and beans is what I'm seeing here, for the three sisters method, right? Three sisters method. You plant your corn first, you let your corn get a certain height, then you plant your pole beans and your peas and stuff down there, and then you plant your squash. Okay, that's called the three sisters method. Okay, you can do squash, you can do watermelon, you can do pumpkin. Okay, but it saves space, and it's also like companion planting. All right, but that's called the three sisters method. Here, let's see. So that's what is a good time to do. Okay, aircraft, a lot of aircraft energy in here. Um, so yeah, a lot of aircraft. Even talk, I don't even know if they have this, and I hope they never do this really, but talk about self um, driving aircraft. I know they already have that to a certain extent, but I hope they don't do it. I hope they don't do it. Can you imagine? But that's why I said artificial intelligence. It's a lot. Yeah. Um, but yeah, a lot of lake energy, a lot of pond energy, water, water, water. That's what we'll see. Um, let's see. Okay, so I'm also seeing um something coming in about brain and the brain stem links, finding links, okay, limbs, something coming in about the limbs as well. This is giving me paralyzed energy. Okay. A lot coming in about like well, we saw that there's been well, shoot, I'm just going to say porn. Ain't no way I can get away around it. I was trying to get around saying it, but we already know that they have signed a bill that was talking about revenge porn. So that could be why. And yeah, I'm seeing this come out, but also talks about professional players when it comes down to porn. So you could, so I don't know. I feel like somebody's secrets are going to be revealed. That's why I say you might as well not even have them. Like you find out something about me, I'm just going. You try to tell me, I'm gonna be like, baby, you gonna need the poison stronger than that. That stuff don't matter to me. I ain't trying to hide nothing from you because I ain't finna give the devil no space to try to throw me off my go game. All right, so I see arguments and people to a certain extent. That's why they're doing that bullying to try to gain an advantage on you. So if you're having problems with someone at work, that's why they're doing it. They're trying to gain an advantage. I told you, why are they jealous? Because they want what you have. Why are they jealous? They want to pull you off your high horse so they can run off with all your stuff in the sunset. I'm telling you what I know. Okay. But, no matter what, you're still going to be able to get past that. Still getting drowning in the energy. So I'm still picking up on like drowning incidents here that could happen over the next 1 to 3 days or 4. But the need to clean. And if we're feeling like lazy and loafing about, um, I would suggest that you do that tomorrow, because today's energy is it just might not allow you to get there. Okay, with this energy coming in, if you're feeling tired, rest. Do what you need to do. Seeing. Okay, so I see, like I said, people's secrets being revealed. We're gonna see people stuff coming in about um things, people, places, and things being abandoned in dumpsters. Okay, at waste areas. I'm getting something about a waste area. Okay, um, language is something that will become an issue. Um, it's just giving me a lot of water. I'm like, I don't know if it's a tsunami or a hurricane, but I feel like it. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I might end up having to do another video. I might, because I'm not even halfway through this energy. Let me see if I could do it. Somebody by the name of Don. Okay, Don. All right, Don, Don, Don. We'll hear something about Don over the next 1 to 3 days or so in the energy. Okay. Fashion world coming in. University teacher or some kind of teacher, a professor takes the news. This could be a professor by the name of Don or so, okay, or one of the other names that I mentioned here. More graduations happening. Something about school. Now, I am getting mass shooting still. So be cautious with this energy here, because I'm still picking up mass shooting. Okay. Okay, and how it affects the young. Okay, so this could be talks about what to do to prevent mass shootings here as well. Um, okay, I see surprise, people being surprised here. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go over it as much as I can. The elderly is going to be affected, and talks about the elderly over the next 1 or 3 days or four. More specifically, I'm going to say Lorraine or Lauren. That's what that's supposed to say, Lauren. Okay, we'll hear about a Lauren, a Rhonda, a Rod. Okay, so one of those names or all of those names we'll hear about in the news actually over the next 1 to 3 days. Okay. Um, Fishing. A lot of fishing, could be even fishing accidents. Um, Violence over the next 1 to 3 days because I see pistols and revolvers. Um, I'm seeing things being sold, selling off things. And as I told you, this is the time, in the last quarter where we start getting rid of things. And so this is a good time for you to actually catch a sale, believe it or not. Um, so it is actually good shopping energy and taking care of business. I know some of y'all might not have wanted to go to work today, but this is the day when I'd be like, baby, go to work. You don't want to miss this day, especially when they talk about laying people off and firing people and stuff like that. So I feel like as well we're going to be seeing cheats and double crossing, swindlers, surgical operations coming up. We'll hear in the news. Okay. Um, Gatherings and celebrations coming up as well. Um, and like poop, like seriously, like poop. I don't know what they doing with this poop, but they doing something with this poop. Okay. I hope they ain't putting it in nobody food, but I'm seeing something about poop. All right. Um, I'm seeing somebody being beat up and killed. Okay, this is in the energy. Okay, somebody beat up and killed, like literally beat up and killed. I told you some violent energy here. Beat up and killed. All right. All right. So I'm seeing veterans will come up in the news over the next 1 to 3 days as well. Um, or six. Okay, because it's yesterday's energy. As like, see, let me see. I'm running out of time. Snakes and weasels, be watching out for that, especially if you're hiking. If you're hiking, watch out for snakes and stuff like that, rogue animals and villains, okay? I'm seeing some kind of phenomena happening as well. Drugs and narcotics is also going to be an issue as well. Drugs and narcotics, specifically LSD. And I when I said LSD, I started thinking about LSG. Keep it warm on my side of the bed. My side. Oh, okay. I'm back. All right. Los Angeles highlighted over the next 1 to 3 days, or 4 or 5 or 6. Uh, okay. Gold and yellow fluids. Check the fluids in your cars. Check your car fluids and stuff like that. It's what I'm seeing. I'm going to have to do another video, y'all. But I love y'all. Gubla one. Hearts go out.